that's looking pretty good, you guys. It's looking really, really dope. He's on his way. He's about to be here, so it's about to be lit. There he goes. I feel it. Woo! What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here at the ranch. Today we are on part 2 of the aquaponics setup that is going to be happening right over there. Me and my dad just put together the whole entire piece that we showed you guys in the last video. We glued it all together. It is watertight now. Well, hopefully watertight, and it should be watertight. Real tight. And what we're going to do now is go place it inside of this ground, start putting the dirt back inside of it, getting it all together, and just you know, just getting this thing going. You know what I mean? It has to start going. So this right here, we're literally on the last piece of gluing. So what we did right here, it's all the way at the end. We brought it down. We converted it to a 2-inch piping. The reason why we did it to a 2-inch piping is because, hold on, you run over here. Grabbing this right here, bulkhead, and with this bulkhead, we're gonna connect it to this blue tub. So on the bottom, it's gonna be placed down there, and it's gonna go into there. So all the water is gonna flow and fill this up, probably around 6 to 8 inches. The 6 to 8 inches, like I was showing you guys last video, it's gonna be a pump inside of there. It's gonna suck the water and go inside of the pond, the breeding pond of the tilapia, and then it's gonna circulate back together. But you guys are gonna see the more of the processes in this video. It's probably gonna be like 5 days to make this video, but it's gonna be really dope. So this is like step 1 of today's video. So let's get it all together, get the dirt into the ground, and show you the rest in a few minutes. Let's do it. So we just started putting this in place. I'm making sure that the top far side is leveled, not even leveled actually, higher than the part that's gonna be down there, because I need all the water to drain down to that blue container that I showed you guys a few seconds ago. So I made sure that this was about maybe 4 to 5 inches tall. I just added some rocks, started throwing the dirt in so it'll stay in place. I want to get the whole thing buried down, and then I'll use the excavator that Kenya's sitting on and push all of the dirt back into here. That's why I placed all the dirt right here, so obviously it'll go back into the ground. We're having some difficult, how do I say that, difficult?
Technical difficulties?
Yeah, that. There you go. Definitely that thing. Because for some reason, it always happens. Every single piece of the whole object, weird thing we made, got glued together. That last piece doesn't want to go. So we got a bunch of caulking that we're going to put together, waterproof caulking, and we're going to use glue and caulking, put it together, and just make it one big blob, and then it'll seal and be nice and tight. So that's what we're doing now. So we're just waiting for a gun, because we forgot a gun at the hardware store, and yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna be just about done, and this whole thing we placed finished. So it's gonna be pretty dope, so keep following along. So we're pretty much done. Everything was sealed. We are filling it all up. But you come over here. I'm just filling all this up. I'm gonna pack it really down. I want it to be at this level. So everything, I want the dirt to be just about right here. Like I'm probably like right there, like very, very close. So then when these cups go on top of it, it's gonna sit perfectly. We're gonna seal this into there, and that's gonna go right there, but it's gonna go a little bit lower. So all that right there. So let me see this real quick. That's about 7 to 8 inches of water that would be able to hold right there, and that is prime. That's enough for a very small, high-powered waterfall pump that's going to be placed inside of here. And with that pump, it's going to suck up all the water that goes through all of these systems, suck it up over this berm right here, so I can just put it easily tubing. I'm going to make sure this is a nice high berm, so it's level to the ground level where it is right now. Make it all pretty, put limestone rock, make it look bad to the bone, and then right here it's gonna have the waterfall, and it's gonna go right over into there and fill back up, and then it's gonna recycle. But that's still more processes right now. We will be showing. It's gonna be a long. This is gonna be like a long video, but it's gonna put all together easily for you, so you guys don't have to see the whole process. So this is like day 1. You're gonna see me in a lot of different clothes while we're doing this, putting it together. But yeah, that is what's going on right now. So now we're just grabbing all the dirt that I used, placing it all in here, and we just gotta pack it down. Just, you know, get it all in there, and perfect. Look at that. It's all placed in there. We got these right here, and this is how it's gonna look. It's gonna look real pretty, because we're actually gonna add rock around it. We're gonna put weed stuff, all kinds of cool things. And that goes there. Obviously, we have to put it together. It's not. There you go. There you go. Dropped it, but that's okay. So that's how it's gonna be, just like that, stacked up, 3 high, even 4. We can actually get a couple more of these. We can stack them because it's actually a little bit low, so it'd be okay to actually have it at a level like that. Maybe we could do 4 high, and it would be perfect. And all this is gonna be able to grow different types of produce throughout the seasons, and that's gonna help the fish grow. That's gonna help the plants grow. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful system placed here on the back of the building, and it's gonna be really cool. So let's keep on working, and I will see you guys in another upcoming clip. Right now, Greg Woodstock, the pond guy, their company, I ordered a bunch of stuff off of them so we could get these enclosures done and everything. I've been waiting for the whole delivery to come, and I just got the call from the truck guy, and he said, blah, 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 are you there? I said, yes. He's like, I'll be there in just a few minutes, and I'm bringing you a pallet of stuff. I said, perfect. So as you guys know, in my last video, you guys saw that I literally have an eye of a hawk. And I just realized that the trucker is all the way down in BFE down there in my neighborhood, and he's backing up all the way. Don't know why, don't really realize why. There's a cul-de-sac at the end of my spot that he can turn around with, but whatever, I guess he wants to back up. That's a lot of lots he has to back up from, but he's on his way. He's about to be here, so it's about to be lit. Oh look, he finally made it all the way backing it up. All right, so we just got the package. Package is right here. So right here on top of this thing, they have a nice, if sealed, is broken, check contact report. Cool, pretty dope. All right, this is definitely the roll of liner, stream in liner right there. 20 by 25, that's the smallest size they said they had. That's perfect. So this is right here, it's actually going to be for the aquaponic tilapia breeding pond. That right there. And then this right here, if I can get this bad boy, that's the fabric roll. So that's going to be on the bottom before we put the liner, so that if there's any rocks or anything like that, it won't puncture the fabric. And then there's extra on top of that as well, as you guys were seeing. It's going to be for the French drains and all the different things that we're getting around. All right, so we got the first layer of fabric down. I decided to go one side to the other just like this, so we're going to make it into like a big giant Christmas present. We're wrapping it all up. Put another 2 more layers that way, and then 1 big layer going this way. This is something that Ed and Greg has taught me before, so I'm doing exactly what they've showed me in the past. So, Maya, can you put the rock down?
I'm doing it.
Oh, I can tell. Go find more bigger rocks. All right, so it doesn't have to be perfect underneath. The rubber part has to be the more perfect part, but for as of right now, this is fine and this is perfect. And then of course the water is going to take a part of every single crevice. So the area to divide the blue container and the pond, it needs to be built a little bit higher, and we have a big piece of chunk of concrete right there. So I'm gonna actually use that to help divide it a little better, so I can build up a wall and build the wall a lot stronger and bigger. So we're gonna grab it with the rope. Really don't think it's on there right, but I just need to move it a little bit so I can get the other rope behind it to lift it, just like Greg and Ed does, and then bring it over there. So that's what we're trying to do. Let's see what happens over here. Don't think it's gonna grab, but see what happens. Let's do it. Back up a little bit.
Pick it up all the way. Just so the tip is just dragging. Come on. Pick it up more. Come on. Come on. You're good.
Back up, Lord.
Come on. Go this way.
Here, watch your feet.
Pull it, go. Drag it more. This way. Pick it up.
Hold on, I'm not Ed here. I'm practicing.
Now go forward. Go forward. There you go. Stop. Stop it.
Watch yourself.
Go down.
Heck yeah. That's what we were trying to do. Put that right there. Exactly. Exactly what we wanted. To make a wall right there so we have a higher point to build up the pond. Look at this, you guys, over here.
Perfect.
My dad we moved the dirt around a little bit more, and then we got the 2-inch pipe that's perfectly to that container. So then we have the pump that is actually right here. And this pump is going to go on the bottom of that container with a tube that's going to go from the end of that hole, come over the top and go over there. So I'm kind of hoping my groundwater, my top of the water, is going to be about right here. So it'll be perfectly going across the whole entire thing, which I think will be perfect. It's going to be a pretty big pond. About 2,000 gallons right here. And I think that's I think that's more than enough for a nice group of breeding tilapia right here. You want it to be real compact so that the quality of the poop is more thicker so that the plants can grow more. But yeah, I think we're good. Now we just need the liner. So we're on the part of cutting the rubber. So we're cutting it in half so I can use the other side for our other projects somewhere else. I'm sure I'll use it in the future without an issue.
A rock fell in.
Right.
Now you got to put.
Wait, these? Yeah, pick them up and then put them on top.
All right, you guys, so it's day. I have no idea how long it's been since you guys seen this pond right now, but it's in the same exact video, so it probably doesn't even look like a difference to you. But the pond is filled up with water, and we got a bunch of water tanks right here. We got all different sizes. These are like 270, and these are like 300-gallon tanks. And then over here, we have a 400-gallon tank that is right here. So me and my buddy Yepes, that's right over there. Hey, buddy. So that's Yepes. He is working actually in school on doing aquaponics as well. So he's here on his holidays, and he's like, yo, I'll come and help you get this stuff done. And I'm like, bet, let's freaking do it. So we have this whole completely thing designed out, ready to go, so that we're gonna have our whole water system, our grow out tanks, plumbed and put together. So head over here and let me show you and explain to you what is gonna happen. You guys see that massive pump that's right there, right? You're gonna get lost, but I'm gonna just run it by you, the people that is interested. So that pump right there is gonna be on the bottom of this 1,500-gallon breeding pond. It's gonna suck up and it's gonna go all the way over here with this 4-inch, or what's that for? 4T thing. What was the name you said?
That's a T-splitter, but it actually goes it's a three-way.
Okay, it's a three-way. Yeah, but you guys get me. Back up a little bit more. So this is gonna get placed right here. We're gonna have this going into this tank, this one going into that tank, and this one going into this tank. They're all gonna fill up at the same exact time. If we need to get nozzles so that we can control the water, we will, so that the water spreads equally on both ways, right? Once that is done, so come this way. While I'm doing other projects, always have your post notifications on and subscribe to the channel. Before we get to that, if you guys haven't seen the hoodies yet, make sure you guys go buy the hoodies at BlakeExoticAnimalRanch.com, because it is freaking cold here and it's cold everywhere else in the whole freaking world. But other than that, you got the little jigsaw, what is it?
Jigsaw?
Yeah, jigsaw.
Just
okay.
cut it up.
There you go, cut it up. This whole corner is getting cut up. This whole corner, this whole corner, this whole corner. So let's get back to it. So the water is going to go in every single one of these. These are all going to be cut up so that we have areas to net out fish if we need to. We have bulkheads right here. They're about, I think, 1.5 inches. And these bulkheads are going to be screwed in on the farther right sides, or maybe the left sides of you guys of these tanks. So come over here. These bulkheads right here are going to be cut into there. And then they're going to fit in perfectly into that side. Right through there, so that no water splashes out, and it's going to give a ton of oxygen flowing inside of it for the fish to have oxygen.
Important thing to note.
Yes.
We're putting the water inlet into the highest tank.
Correct.
Because
so that the water always flows down.
The highest water level always sets your water level.
Correct. And then another bulkhead is going to be on the bottom lower areas on the outside of the smaller tanks, and they're going to flow back inside of this tank. So we're going to have one problem. You guys are going to see it's going to flow perfectly this way, but if you back up a little bit more, you're going to be like, what about this tank back here? We actually have a bigger, giant freaking bulkhead. Don't know where it's at right now, but we'll find it. It's like a 1-inch or 2-inch bulkhead, and it's going to get placed right here. And that's going to get connected to the side here, and it's going to go flow into that pond too. So there's going to be 3 exits of water coming from all these tanks, flowing back into the breeding tank, and that breeding tank is going to be stocked up with fish. It's going to give so much oxygen, those fish are going to freaking thrive. So now let's reverse this again. You guys are probably completely lost, but it's all going to make sense to you guys in just a little bit. So we come back over here. Once that is all completely set up and put together, we're not going to put it in this video, but I'm going to explain to you what's going to happen. We're going to have another pump that's going to be placed right there. It's going to suck up water up high into the sky, right? And it's going to go this way, and it's going to spray and sprinkle every single one of our UFO tree stands right here. So let me grab this thing right here, and it's going to get placed right here. We're just trying to get the right fitting so it fits perfectly. The sprinkler is going to come up and spray every single one of these. So the dirty water in the breeding pond and all the water that goes back in there is going to get filtered through all of our produce, our lettuce, our strawberries, everything that we want to grow for the animals here. So it's going to make a lot of sense to you guys in a little bit. But right now, whoa, came off. Right now, let's just get to the working, get this thing going, and start cutting. So let's do it. Make sure you like this video. And there you go.
It's locked. Oh, it's locked. Try to be cool. Oh.
There we go. So let's do it, you guys. We got a Sharpie right here, and what we're gonna do is, I don't want to take off this little brace right here so it holds the plastic a little stronger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Yepes just cut all of this out. So this is just eyeballing it all but it's pretty much exactly what I want to keep it as a lip. And we're just gonna keep going all of this, all of that. There we go. I'm not an artist, so I mean that was a pretty straight line. I'm pretty impressed with what I just did. But yeah, we're gonna just cut that, and then we're gonna U this out like that, just like that. So the way that he's gonna start so that he can cut it out is he's gonna get himself like a little small little thingy like this, so it's the size of the blade. He could probably cut it out like right here, I guess, right there, and then you just follow along just like a freaking cutting out a piece of paper. And that's gonna be our spot so that we can put in small nets and scoop it out. We might actually have to make it bigger because it's gonna be hard to get fish out of that, most likely. So maybe let's just start from that, and then we can cut more later. Like cut less before we cut more, then we get screwed up, you know what I mean? But as of right now, I think that should be okay. Well, we'll see. And then we just do it like that, and then yeah.
At least the fish won't jump out. We'll figure it out.
That's what I'm kind of worried about, is the fish jumping out, because we're gonna keep the water level high. So I don't know if I said this before. That's gonna be the breeding pond. These are gonna be the grow out tanks, and this is gonna be the harvest tank.
The big mamas.
The big mamas. We're not gonna really get them for edible size for us, because really this is going to be for all of our exotic monster fish inside the building, and then for our baby small colored otters or our adult otters, because they're gonna be eating a lot of fish as well. So this is just gonna help us here on the ranch to save a lot of money for all of our exotic animals here on the ranch. Thinking smart and thinking about the future, and we're getting healthy organic fish, because there's gonna be no pesticides, nothing of that sort in here, and our animals won't get sick and they won't get hurt. Just homegrown food for the animals.
The ranch is going sustainable.
Exactly, and soon that's all gonna be solar panels as well, so it's gonna be freaking dope. So we decided that we're just gonna cut completely out this whole square, and we're gonna keep the brace there just so it's like extra, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna cut it all out so we have a bigger space so that we can take these fish out. So I just probably gonna make a hole here. Hold on, we're gonna get it going. So there you go. So you got 2 holes now. So now you get that jigsaw. So here's that battery for the jigsaw. I have another battery getting charged, so we have backup. And now he's just gonna cut all of this whole entire thing out. So we have a big enough space so that we can grab out any of the grow outs and throw them inside the harvest tank once they're getting bigger. So what we'll do is get a big net, scoop them all out, sort them through, throw the bigger ones in there so they get to the nice perfect size that we want, which is probably going to be around 4 to 5 inches, so they're just at size, so we can cut them in half once obviously they're dead and frozen, and then feed them to all our animals that eat fish here on the ranch. So I guess get cutting, buddy. Go ahead.
Locked and loaded.
Let's do it. All right, so Yepes has gotten all the holes cut off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're standing on it right here. We got a lot of extra plastic, but it is complete. It is done. So now it is his time to get the bulkheads and cut the bulkheads in place. So pretty much this bulkhead right here is gonna get cut, and we're gonna probably place it about yay high right there. We have the PVC. We'll connect it, and then it'll flow in. But we're gonna cut right into it perfectly, and the PVC will sit right there. We're gonna cut the plastic just a little bit so it fits in.
Okay.
It'll sit right there.
Well, this one has to be perfect.
Perfect. All right, grab the bulkhead. Check this out. You want to take off the little gripper thingies with your hand, with your shirt at least, because this will cut you up. So we're gonna keep this on this side, the smooth side on the outside always. We have the washer right there, or what is this called?
It's a gasket.
Gasket. There you go. So not a washer, a gasket. So that's gonna go right there. That goes there. Push that right there. It's in the inside of it. So I'm gonna dry fit everything here first, run it, make sure it's all good, see what leaks, what doesn't leak, and then we'll take it all apart. I wanna make sure it all fits right before we do anything. But right now I'm just screwing this thing in. Check it out over here. There's a lot of grooves.
This don't look like the right size.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Just make sure.
All right, so what you're gonna do now is get the jigsaw and cut this probably, I don't know, 6, 7 inches. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's just gonna fall in there. All right, so we're gonna cut it right there. Sounds good?
Perfect.
Perfect.
I love the way we do things here on the ranch.
Just eyeball
Just
everything.
do them.
All right, so the ugly side, right? You put it in the hole over here so you don't see it. Smooth side out. That's it.
A bear
Done.
exclusive tip.
So that right there is gonna go in there. We're gonna cut this just a little bit right here so we have enough. The water's gonna get to right here and it's gonna flow out perfectly right into there, while the other piece is flowing into that side. So there's gonna be oxygen going in, and then oxygen going in, and then going into there. So you wanna get it closer?
Yeah, let's
Let's
just
get it closer.
get
A little
better
better
eyeball.
eyeballing. I feel you on that one. Sometimes the eyeballs are not always straight. So let me get the battery. We need another battery, guys. Yo, what's this company called?
Sharing's caring.
Ryobi.
Yeah, well, we need a sponsorship on this thing. Wow.
Well, we gotta fish that out later.
All right, so it's better off probably to do this way. There we go. So now let's get running closer. Push this down a little bit.
Gorgeous.
The situation we're gonna have right now is because this is pointing down, the water level here is gonna be even higher. But we should be fine with that. Again, we're gonna run it. We're gonna test it out and see what happens. Start filling the hose up now.
Yeah.
Get the pump, get this going over here. So actually, before we do that, let's get the pump in there and start running this piece over here.
And remember, for every aquaponics system, you have to have it circulating for at least a week.
Fun fact.
Fun fact, I don't know if I do that around here.
You already got dirty water, so
No,
if you got
listen,
the dirty water,
no.
you can just put it in there.
But because I have well water, I can put my fish in instantly. That's what I do most of the
That
time.
is true.
Because it's not a city water, it doesn't have chemicals or chlorine or anything, and it's straight from the ground. My aquifer down here. And I got good stuff because I don't have fish that die here on the ranch. But let's get it going. All right, so Yepes is over there where the hole is at, and this is going right here inside there, correct? So we don't want the water to obviously drop over here. We want it about halfway. You all good?
Yeah.
All right, so we got the piece right here. If there's too much of a water splash, all we have to do is maybe put a 45 or a 90 to just make it drop straight down. But probably don't have to do that. It's just gonna be, it's gonna go right in. We're gonna run it first. We're gonna see how it goes. There you go. Look at that, you guys. That's exactly how it's gonna be. And the weight's gonna make it go downwards too. That's looking pretty good, you guys. It's looking really, really dope. Drop it right in there.
Dude. Oh, that one.
Yeah, drop it.
Kobe.
Perfect. So you guys, I have a design that I found off Google and Pinterest or wherever you want to see. It's pretty dope. So from that distance there, going all the way around the whole entire thing, and where Yep is over there, there's going to be a gate. All that right there, we're going to put probably around a 4 to 5 foot wall. And it's going to be very, very thin, and we're going to fill it up with, it's going to be a wall with 2x4s and mesh on both sides, right? And we're going to fill it with rock going around, so it's going to be a rock wall. It's going to look really, really pretty. All right, so we put the pump in the water. We have it connected to a 45 that's down underneath the water. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Can you see it? Right there, right there, right there. It's right there. So we have the 45 there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut it right here and add another 45 going right here so it connects to this side so we can actually zip tie it so it's nice and sturdy to that. Then there's a 45 going upwards into there. So now what we got to cut, we should go higher up because we're going all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, so no, we should go up. We should probably go about there, going straight, right? Let's go a little bit lower. I think right there.
That's perfect.
I think right here.
What a great eyeballing.
Yeah, that's a good eyeballing right there.
No measuring tape necessary.
No measuring tapes. All right, right? All right, so that's good there. 45's right here.
Right there.
45 goes right there. Now we need the cut piece that we just had. Right there, Danny, give me that. Thank you. That goes there. We have some very large rocks. We can put them down in place so the filter doesn't move anywhere, but we can figure that out afterwards. We're trying to get it all in place first.
Go ahead, hold your feet.
We dropped a piece down there. We got another piece to add to that way.
That way.
We got
You got it? All right, so look, we might need a coupling now because we don't have anything to attach it to here. Unless we have another 45, but we don't have another 45.
Yeah, we do.
Holy shiznits. We have another 45. They just keep popping up. We're doing good over here.
That's not gonna work.
We might need a coupling because that's like
Yeah, that's perfect.
that's going to
Perfect.
the side. So we're definitely
Water's not
gonna
gonna come up there.
we're definitely gonna have to get a coupling.
Yep.
And while you're getting a coupling, what I think will be best is to get 3 nozzles so we have them going 2 separate ways. All right, guys. So it's day 2. Yepes is behind the camera now because my sister's in class. But we got all of this together. We got the 4-piece PVC right here. We got it exactly how we want it to go. We're gonna cut it off. So we're probably gonna cut it right here, put a 90 so it hits straight down. Then we're gonna cut here, put a 90 down, and then cut here, put a 90 this way, add a little piece, and a 90 down. So every single one of these tubs are all gonna connect with water flowing from the big pump that's down below inside of the breeding pond. And then all the PVCs will overflow into these 2, and then they'll overflow into these 2 into there. So it's gonna be a pretty dope system. This is all gonna be up and running in the next couple minutes. So we're just gonna glue everything, cut everything, get it going, you guys. So it's pretty freaking dope. We're gonna be growing a ton of fish. We actually had it to level this one up a little bit more. It kind of sunk a little bit. It got a little messed up, but it's perfect now, and it's ready to go. You gotta seal this last tub down here. This whole system, how many gallons was the whole system? Like 3,500?
It says it right here. It says
No, this one's 400.
400.
So this is 400. This is another 250, 250, 200, 200, and another 1,500.
A lot.
Put it down in the comments how many gallons you think that was right there. But let's cut it all up, put it together, and let's get this bad boy flowing. So we're gonna plug it in, we're gonna see what happens. It's probably gonna just freaking fly everywhere, but we're not sure. I didn't dry anything in yet, it's all dry fitted. So let's see what happens.
This isn't like, we put that.
No, it's fine. Nothing happened. I think the breaker stopped. Nothing happened. Check the breaker over there. It's not on at all right now. Hold on a second. It's right there. Follow the wire. There it goes. I feel it. Woo! All right, we got 1 and 1. This one's a little bit higher, but that one's flowing very fast. This one's flowing not too bad at all. To be honest, the only reason why this is flowing more is because it's a little lower than this side.
Yep.
So what we could possibly do is we have valves right over here, and with those valves, we can put it on this side to slow the pressure over there, so they flow perfectly on both sides, and then that pressure there is pristine. I think it's perfect. So we're gonna turn it off because it's pretty good right there, and I gotta close this up before it fills up with too much water. So let's stop this bad boy. But hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's freaking dope. When that water's flowing, it's gonna sound amazing. The aeration is gonna be freaking perfect. This is dope. Let's plug that up, and then we're ready to go. Put a valve on that, and we got an aquaponics setup going, and then we just gotta work on the other one. That's gonna be part 3. But let's get part 2 completed and get this bad boy flowing the right way. Let's do it. All right, you guys, so everything is completely flowing perfect. Yepes and I are really, really excited about this. We got this tube that's just about ready to be filled up. Once it fills, there's gonna be this one, and this one from the big breeding or harvest tank, all flowing in there. The breeding tank is gonna be filled with oxygen. Look at the oxygen it already has already. Imagine 3 more. Crazy. We were not gonna have to put no air stones in here at all. It's gonna be crystal clear once that whole setup over there is in place with the plants eating all of the nitrates. Right?
The plants will eat all the nitrates.
They're going to be eating all those nitrates, and it's going to make this water completely crystal clear all day long. So take a look over here. Come walk over here. Water is filling up in here perfectly. We put the connection in there. The water's a little dirty. We'll clean it out with no problem. We'll put a skimmer through here. We got a big 3.5-inch bulkhead that drains out to the breeding pond as well. But look at that oxygen that's flowing in there as well. That is perfect. And there goes Yepes. Oh, look at the flow now. Perfect.
We gotta guide the water.
You gotta help the water go down, exactly. That right there, that flow is, bro, the oxygen there is gonna be insane. But as of right now, that's pretty good.
But the important thing to look at is make sure this flow matches that flow, matches the flow coming in.
Correct. But as of right now, it is flowing. Now we got brand new well water coming in right now. This thing is looking really dope. Stay tuned, you guys. Make sure you put those post notifications on, like this video, because we are getting fish soon and we're gonna be adding plants soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Yep, are you excited about it?
I'm excited. We're gonna have a fish fry.
It's gonna be really dope. Subscribe, and I will see you guys all later. Peace out.